Welcome to Mamas on a Mission, a lifestyle channel for moms that are on a mission to create an extraordinary life. I'm Virginia Jimenez, and today I'm coming on with just some real talk to talk about just random stuff that came to mind. Oh, I have somebody in the front door. I wonder who it is. So this is live, and it's live for a reason, because I am a mama on a mission, and I realize that I can't create time to edit videos, so I'm doing them live on the cuff as they come up. There are moments that I do interview people, and those are going to be recorded and edited to share with you guys. Well, today I wanted to talk about why gratitude is important and how to access it. So this last week I've actually felt like I was in a bit of a funk. And you know, as a woman, there's other things that take place. Sometimes it's not always mental, sometimes it's physiologically. There's changes in our hormones, and there's other things that could really impact the way we feel and the way we show up in the world. And this week I was feeling kind of mellow, not in a funk, but just like low energy, just like really drained, exhausted. And as I started to read, I started to feel guilty because there were several things that I wanted to do. That's why checklists can sometimes be a good thing and a bad thing, because when you start looking at it, you're like, damn, I didn't get to that other thing that I was going to do. And, it starts to become this, this pattern of beating yourself up for not accomplishing certain things. And then this trickles into other areas, like, just feeling depressed and then feeling stuck and immobilized to actually take some action and doing some of the things that are needed. So I wanted to talk about how gratitude kind of helped me in this like low energy phase, because I started to feel a bit guilty for not doing like I'm always doing. I realized I had to kind of recap and slow things down, and I took the time today to go out to do something that I haven't done in a while, which was always such a gift for me, and it was to get up early and go watch the sunrise. I used to do it every Mother's Day. When I didn't have my kids on Mother's Day, I would do that, and I would go to a French bakery after I'd see the sunrise and eat my French, my chocolate croissants and a nice tea on the side. Then I'd meet up with my mom or someone. So anyways, I decided today I was not going to do that same thing, but I was going to go watch the sunrise and take a moment and just meditate, kind of listen to the wind blowing. That's pretty much what I was doing, just paying attention to the wind blowing. And I realized that throughout the day, I started to feel, there was still some moments where I'd start thinking again about this low energy, and why am I feeling this way, and why am I not showing up as my vibrant self everywhere? Is there something wrong? I started asking these questions, and I realized that we start sometimes thinking way too much, or way more than we need to, and adding to the problem, adding to the feeling of having a problem, because it's not a real problem. It's just the thought of a problem. And so what I started to realize is that my cup, my mental cup, and let's just pretend this bottle is like my mental bottle, was filled up with all these thoughts that now I'm thinking of extra things about what's wrong. I'm overanalyzing the situation. And what I had to do is just empty that out for a moment and start paying attention to not why was I doing that, but what has been taking place throughout the week. And so I had to go back, because I think that for me, and maybe some of you moms may relate, there's moments where you kind of go. There's certain things that you already have in place that you do, and you have to do. There's no if, ands, or buts, or bother. You have to do it. And so they were still getting done, but it's almost like there's the other things that you'd like to get to, you feel like you didn't get to them. So I had to slow down and take a moment to just recap the week, really assess what are some successes that I had this week, what are some things that I actually did accomplish, so that I won't focus so much on the stuff that I didn't accomplish. That way I can empty out that cup of mental thoughts and just focus on the things that were working. The other thing was, what are some of the things that I could be grateful for? So aside from looking at my successes for the week, I was like, what are some things that I could be grateful for? And as I thought, oh my God, I had this meeting with my accountability buddy, and he happened to be in town because he's actually not, he's not a local. So I got to see him in person, and that was awesome, and I started to recap that and go through the notes of our conversation, because I did take notes for myself, and I was like, yeah, this is so beautiful. I'm so glad that I have this opportunity to have this exchange with this person. Then I started asking, what other people do I have in my life this last week that have really, the smallest thing that they did was something that brightened up that moment for me, and those are people to be grateful for. And so gratitude, I know there's all these people that say, yeah, you need to just be grateful. You just need to be grateful. It's not always an easy task to just like start thinking of, oh, let me just start focusing on stuff to be grateful for. Like it took more than one step for me to kind of realize that, yeah, you know what? There are some things. Because throughout the day I was looking for those things, but still the feeling wouldn't shake away until I realized that, you know what? The biggest thing that I was grateful for was some of the people that I have in my life, some of the opportunities that are coming around, and all these things just to remind myself of what has taken place and not focus so much on the people that are not serving, or that the people that might not be, that you might be looking for, and are not there for you. You focus on the ones that are there for you. What other things could you be grateful for? I mean, let's say you ran a red light, you didn't get a ticket. That's actually something to be grateful for. They're kind of expensive red light tickets. I wouldn't know, right? What else? I mean, there's so many things to be grateful for. I think that give it a chance. Gratitude is not, it's not some hocus pocus thing. It really is about emptying the mind for that moment, or not emptying it, but just replacing the thoughts with focusing on what is serving you and what you do have, what blessings are coming into your life that you didn't even, expect to have, or even if you did expect to have them, that they're surpassing your expectations, or period, that you're having them, that they're existent. So please engage in gratitude. If you're feeling down, if you're feeling kind of low energy and you're starting to beat yourself up like I did, or you're just feeling, out of it, like life sucks, what are some things that are working? And I understand there's people that have large situations that happen, like you might not have a place of your own to live, but what are some things that are occurring that are still a blessing despite those other things that are happening? Sometimes the obstacle can become the way, and I've said this before in other videos, and I like to say it again because I think that it's very easy for us to start focusing on start focusing on understanding what the obstacle is, and getting upset about it, and reiterating how upset you are about it, and telling everybody about how upset you are about it. And sometimes that is a gift, because many times it's not always roses and butterflies and rainbows, and sometimes things happen that cause us to wake up or shift directions or change create new perspectives or create new avenues of living. And it's not always easy and it's not always welcomed, but even those bad things could be something to be grateful for later on in life, and you could start connecting the dots. So maybe this might be a moment to look back. What are some things that happened in your past that at some point you thought were horrible, and then in retrospect now, maybe some years later or even months later, it seems like, that was actually a blessing in disguise. I'm so glad that happened, because now look at where I am because of that, or as a result of what took place after that. So yes, gratitude, it's important, it's helpful, it's a way to shift your mind to start focusing on other things that are working for you. Life is not always about it being 100%. Just remember that your circumstances, they don't define you. Your actions, attitudes, and decisions, they certainly do. So until next time, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and be sure to check in tomorrow for a Mindful Monday moment. I'll see you next time.